Today I will do another flight on my FMS Super Cub PA-18 1.3, so let's head outside and get this one flying. It's usually very easy to get this one off the ground. I'm flying this one on a 3S 2200 mAh battery. This one is really agile. It's a fun cub to fly. I also have the 1.7 Super Cub, the same design. And comparing the 1.3 then to the 1.7, the 1.7 is a fantastic majestic RC airplane to fly. This one is more like most like 1.3 meter, 1.2 meter wingspan RC airplanes, in that it's really nothing special about how this one flies. I think it's a good construction, really great landing gears, nice airfield wheels, and a good feature set also with flaps and LED lights, although I don't think that the LED lights, I'm not too fond of these LED lights, which only features like wind tip lights and one front-facing white light then on one of the wing sides. Usually it's very easy to get this one down, but as you see when if you just push this one on the ground like most tail draggers, it will just start to torque one direction, just get a little bit squirrely. So best it is just take it a little bit easy. Another landing then. So you can easily do a 5-minute flight on this RC airplane with a 2200 mAh battery, even if you just decide to push this one. It does have a good agility. The first time I flew this one, I just felt that it was a little bit lacking on the roll axis then. Then I also had to fight some wind. Today I have more or less no wind, so it's easier. And overall, I think this RC airplane just flies great. Nothing negative about it. It's just that when you have like the 1.7, which is so majestic and so gentle, and it's just a really enjoyable plane to fly. This is more like any other 1.3, 1.2. So even if you plop it like that, landing gears are really robust and will surely just last. I also have an avian speed controller inside. I can do braking with the reverse thrust. I have all the telemetry functions as well. So let's get this one down then the final time. It's making a little bit shorter flight today. Very lovely RC airplane, this Super Cub. I really dig this RC airplane, although I think that the FMS PA-18 1.7 in the same design is a better flying RC airplane. But then again, it is a really large RC airplane, so it might be difficult to fit in most cars. This one, on the other hand, is super easy to fit in your car. And the thing is, this features such a small box because FMS have made a split tail on this RC airplane. So you just have 2 screws to hold this section. And I think this is something that we will see much more in the future because it will save shipping costs for the manufacturer. And honestly, if you want to keep your planes in the box, I think it's just great to have a small box, and it's like half the size compared to a similar RC plane in this size if you don't have like a split tail. So it's a really good option. I think all the features on this RC plane is fantastic. You do have the reflex gyro included, but I opted just to rip the reflex gyro and to put in my Spektrum receiver with the gyro then also. And I also replaced the speed controller inside, so I have a Avian 45 amps. So I do have all the telemetry options, which is it's a really great feature to have on all your RC planes, because then you will fly more safe. Because you have all the telemetry functions, then you can see what the battery level is during flight. And overall, I think this one flies great. It's not like the best Stars airplane I have, but it looks really beautiful. I would certainly just have a little bit more agility. On the other hand, I do have the E-flite clip-wing Cub, the yellow one, 1.2 meter, which is a really fantastic one. So, I mean, this one is more like touch and goes and docile operations, although you can do really great speed on this Stars airplane. And then I had the clip-wing Cub then to do more the crazy things. So, I mean, I'm really digging this one. I think it's a good size compared to the 1.7. And you don't miss much performance. It's just that the 1.7 is really hard to beat because it just flies fantastic.